3, 4 very early on, and that creates the tempo. We already know that Centaur should be independent, so try lane Amar with 2 supports and a Shadow Fiend, get some kind of moves going your way.
Tommy and Blink, welcome to set game number 2, Tidebound versus Falcons. Winner of this moves on to through the upper bracket, while the loser goes to the lower bracket. Cinderin, we're gonna see the last time we cast Faith Beyond on Centaur.
Oh yeah.
Now, to be fair, they did lose, but it was the most entertaining game that we got to cast, with all of the carts, with refreshers. I know we were teasing this, or maybe some people don't enjoy it, I don't know, but the late game Dota between these two teams is something to truly behold, and I hope we get there this time.
And I believe the game you're referring to was one of the games against Extreme, where Extreme had offlane Undying. That was insane. That was the most exciting, and I would say high skill game that we got the pleasure of casting during the Swiss stage. Now, as Blink said in the interview, Falcons have done some very good adaptations, and that's obviously one of the concerns that you have as the teams coming out the winners or the high scorers of those stages, is the other teams get some time to figure out how they beat you. And this break that we've had in between the Swiss and the final stage here, Falcons have clearly prepared, very much so targeted at this opponent, as they should. It's their first one. You've got plenty of time to figure that out. Will be interesting. Directly.
Yep, Amar taking a lot of raises, wants to get aggro though, pops the stick as Shiro now is the one he's pursuing, but this looks like it might be the death of Amar, but first, Planet goes down. That is a huge deal, so first blood actually going to Falcons. Is there going to be a play for the Wisdom Shrines this time? It doesn't. Well, as I say that, Malrine and Snake King are going to be greeted by Bach next to the tree line. Sand King tries to get off his ult, but it's instantly canceled. Coil is going to be expended. Malrine does not activate the ult as of yet. Tries to Burrow Strike out of the glimpse, but it's not happening. It's nothing to say. He's going to greet Snake King. Likely a death to his name is Skeeter. Now to 1 versus 2. Mallory's going to try to accompany him at the moment. Snake King, one more right click will do it for nothing to say. We'll be able to clip him with the Illusory Orb, but the bigger kill is onto Skeeter. Malrine, though, with the Epicenter, misses the Burrow Strike, but still gets the kill on the Centaur, and he takes the Shrine of Wisdom as well.
Don't have that much damage to kill the Sand King there. They kind of had to disengage when he got a Photic Shield on him, and he just pursues.
As Tidebound will find a nice nifty stack that Falcons have been working on. Of course, Falcons one of the more active stackers in Dota, and Shiro even coming in to clean it up. And it looks like this is going to be a nice pickoff for Tidebound. Will it turn into anything else, though? Malrine, he's going to be spotted. Glimpse back into the kinetic field. Nice pushback, going to slow them down a bit. Coil applied, but that's not going to really turn into much, as the numbers have come from Falcons. Skeeter leading the way. Oh my goodness. Okay. Has not leveled his ult as of yet, so.
Yeah, good judgment call there. I thought the Epicenter might have been necessary, but they do have enough in the tank. I don't think that was a very big overkill. It was good enough.
Glimpse onto Amar. I'm not sure why wants any of this smoke, though. He will now retreat, and Malrine will greet him. As Stampede is used, but I think he is dead anyway. Yeah, drops to the deck, so a Stampede down, and another stolen shrine, potentially?
Oh, they might even get Shiro as a bonus.
Shiro, Epicenter's coming from him. He is not ready for this one. Bushwhack to follow Stampede, but the Sharpshooter is enough again. Falcons get away with murder, and the trade is a measly support. Of course, no offense to Snake King, he actually gets off the song anyway. Even the Wrath of Nature's not enough. These Eclipse and the Static Storm as well, but the Illusory Orb is enough. They use everything to kill the support off as Skeeter.
You accelerate to a large degree, so Skitter's on track here for a solid.
Stampede is not online this time, as Amar finds himself a half-man, half-horse. But why is in the vicinity? Oh, a big initiation with a coil on the 3. Static Storm to follow. Malrine comes in, though, with the Epi. Looks like Boxing is the first to fall. Planet trying to kill off somebody. He finally gets a support. Looks like he's going to die shortly after, though, as the song to try to reset. Shiro on the outskirts looking for the Requiem, will get it off to get the fear. Decent timing. Ensnare applied to the puck at the moment, though nothing to say. He's found in the tree line. Burrow Strike applied. Still stuck in the trees. Can they find him? They ping him out. Finally, the Illusory Orb comes. It's a curveball, though, back into the fray. He'd be able to blink out, though. It looks like the pursuit will finally come to an end. Is that means that that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, it's far away.
That'll be like a 4th, 5th item for him if the game gets to that point. Malrine He's going to be able to pop the epicenter, and that is way too easy onto Faith Beyond. And it looks like the rest of Tidebound might want to still fight.
Yep.
Onto Skeeter. Gets stunned up now. Has the borrowed time. And the kinetic field not in time, so he is going to be able to shrug it off with the aphotic shield. And then the average team. Probably one of the nerd stats from AUI 2000. One of his preferences. Skeeter under the tier 2 tower. Coil will snap thanks to the glimpse. Skeeter's ult is now down. Wrath of Nature coming for him. Does hit, but now the reinforcements have arrived. Burrow Strike from Malrine. Bushwhack not going to connect this time, but a sharpshooter does. The Stampede does not give the distance needed. Set on nothing to say. Well, they don't have their sights yet, but they have an idea. He's up here. Burrow Strike finds him. Bushwhack to follow, and another sharpshooter kill for Crit. On the other side, though, they know that he has the Shadow Blade. Don't have the vision required. They do find Y instead, though. Another sharpshooter kill. Man, oh man, Crit is farming up those fantasy points today.
It's just good, but you can't do it.
Okay, gotcha. Skeeter finds an opening. Snake King with the ensnare. And this will be the death of Planet. Still working on that Ags. That's Planet being pursued in his own base. Oh my goodness. Burrow Strike sharpshooter, it's enough. Planet actually out for 50 seconds with no buyback, so this is actually a 4 versus 5. I don't know how. He did not feel safe in his own base, and I can see why now. But still, Falcons not forcing the issue onto Roche. I love this current Roche, though.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, Tidebound on the high ground. You can see the illusions continually spotting them. As Falcons just daring them.
It's also the abandoned Radiance.
Oh, Stampede. Okay, Epicenter comes in from Mallory. Pops the BKB as well. As Bach looking for somebody to use on his cart. He's going to be applied some pressure. Pops the Blade Mail. Nobody really wants to touch him now, though. Gets rooted up onto the high ground. Nothing to say coming there trying to take out the Abaddon, but he activates his ult just in time and heals up to full as a result. There's the cart onto the Shadow Fiend. He'll be able to get off his ult. The Centaur dies first inside of his own cart. The Shadow Fiend follows soon, and just like that, it's 4 dead for Tidebound, and Falcons lose nothing. TPN, so Falcons capitalize. Now they're up 24K with the Aegis advantage, and now pushing that bottom lane. Can Tidebound do anything to repel the forces of Falcons? This is going to be one lane for them extremely easily.
Not exactly a carbon copy of the previous game, but it's feeling really similar overall. Similar time for the overall high ground, going for the killing blow here at about 45 minutes. Executing the map better.
He gets broken, but just going to shrug it off. The second lane in the sights for Falcons. Oh, the onto the puck, the Bushwhack to follow, the save! The cart saves the puck! Gonna try to turn this around, but where is the damage coming from exactly? Nature's Prophet in the midst of all of this. Trying to TP out, but the Burrow Strike connects. Bushwhack to follow, that'll be the death of the NP. And again, 3.5 minutes on the Aegis. Falcons have plenty of resources to work with as Amar looks like he's going to finish off this second barracks very shortly. Another Hex that the Burrow Strike actually misses, but they find the connection. On to nothing to say. The Stampede is not enough. He is out for 90. No buyback. As Falcons now to the third lane to try to get Mega Creeps and close the door in this upper bracket match against Tidebound. And it's looking like it's going to be a 2-0.
What a stellar performance this game has been from Crit on the Hoodwink.
Bach gets off the Hoof Stomp to try to break the Abaddon, but he already has his ult on as Amar just destroys Y. Cart onto the Shadow Fiend in retreat. They just call GG, and just like that, Falcons 2-0 Extreme in this upper bracket match.
And this individual game more so than the first, not even remotely close when you look back at it. Tidebound maybe had one singular successful move, ending the game with 5 kills at minute 45.